Hello everyone, finally we're doing something exciting today. It's live bait tanks. Yay! Who doesn't like fishing with live bait? Anyway, so how it all started is I did have another kayak, and I did have the version 1 Hobie Livewell. I never really even used it. I kind of sold the kayak as a bundle and all the accessories went with it, so I have no feedback of how the first version worked. And then when I bought the Outback, I started fishing a lot more, and I wanted the opportunity to use live bait and keep it on the boat. But these things got up to almost 500 bucks. It's $429 plus tax. So yeah, 500 bucks almost. Not fun when you're not used to fishing with light bait. Just to try it out, it's a lot to swallow, but totally worth it. And one other reason I was skeptical of spending the money is I was trying to avoid to charge another battery. I do have every time it's time to go fishing, it's now becomes like a chore. I have to charge the 2 GoPro batteries, my VHF radio, my fish finder battery, my Bixby battery for the motor, and now adding another battery to the mix. So I did ended up making this bait tube a while ago, and I love just the idea because it's simple. You don't have to do anything. There's nothing to rust on it. I don't even have to rinse it when I come back from fishing, and easy to make, cheap to make. You do end up catching, I mean, like, I wouldn't put more than 5, I would say, good size max inside. And I mean, yeah, it works perfect. If you're like somewhere fishing like without trolling too much, maybe fishing in one spot and drifting, it's fine. Once you start moving around is when you're gonna start hating this thing. And there's really not that much you can do about it. Like most of the places where I usually make bait, I end up dragging this bait tube with the bait maybe like 1.5 miles until I start actually dropping the live bait, and it does work like a washing machine. The bait basically gets all beat up from dragging them around. Plus I do lose like maybe 1.5 miles at least of my speed when I'm going. And I did have this also longer, but once you stop, this thing goes everywhere, in your rudder, under the kayak. You non-stop have to be aware of where it is when you're bringing fish in. When you make it shorter, it works a little better, but then it starts banging into your kayak, and yeah, scares fish or whatever. You're constantly looking at what's banging in your kayak. So I would suggest, if somebody's like fishing in a lake, probably it would be perfect. For me in the ocean, I have to move around non-stop, so it doesn't really work as perfect as it is. Somebody did suggest put like a Coca-Cola or just a 2-liter bottle thing on it, on top of it. That way it's more aerodynamic in the water when I drag it around, but still it doesn't really work as perfect. I will still continue using this because it's just simple and it does work. And it's time to move to the second part, and that's when the 500 bucks came into play, and my friend and I decided to make the DIY stuff because we like making DIY stuff. And I bought, first of all, I started with a big 40-pound food container from Vidis, and spent probably a week of my life looking at other people's videos, how they make it, all the troubles they went through, version 1, version 2, version 3, priming issues, all the battery attachments that you can buy for this. It's, I mean, whoever makes this, I take my hat off to you, major kudos. I just, as much as I like DIY projects, I think this was a little bit of a too big of a project for me to tackle. I do have, as of this morning, I had probably another $200 worth of accessories that I need to buy for this, even though I found everything on sale. This thing ended up costing actually pretty cheap. I think it was on sale at Petco for $24, $22. It was $25 out the door with the tax. So for 25 bucks I did ended up getting this one, and I went with the smaller one because it's a low profile, and I really wasn't trying to give my bait that much real estate so I can chase him around until I get him. So this seemed to be the perfect size. So 25 bucks in here, and then you have to buy the tsunami pump kit, all the other fittings, something to, like a drain plug like what the coolers have, the battery that I had the cheapest battery and charger in my cart, and just a little wirings and stuff. Even I had like the cheapo already made double or triple rod holders that they sell for $15. So I did have close to $200 in my shopping cart, including and adding this. It would have been at $225, close to $225 to complete this project. And then who knows how many versions would I have to go through until I figure out all the priming problems and the battery issues, and getting something to waterproof the battery, which I did not have yet included in the price. And before I pressed purchase all, I looked one more time on Facebook Marketplace, and I found this one that somebody was selling for, because they had, I guess, another one, or not really sure. Hopefully it doesn't give me any problems, but I ended up picking this for 250 bucks. So almost for the same price. I did end up getting a Hobie Livewell, and the DIY project is a no-go, at least for stuff that includes wiring stuff for me. And it looks to be in pretty good shape. The battery looks perfect. It looks as almost brand new. I don't know how many times has it been taken out or how many times it's been charged. It looks nice and clean and perfect. And now I don't have to play around with other stuff to have the tubes perfectly aligned with my scupper holes. This thing is made for my kayak. Everything fits perfect. I am aware of the priming issues on this thing, and there is really only two fixes for that. I can either start by adding some water with a container that I usually carry all the time on my kayak. I can just drop a couple of quarts in here to start priming it, or I can get the little bilge or the primer thing, the one that you squeeze for the fuel lines, and just add it to the where the water comes out in the tank, and I'll see how everything goes after I try it a couple of times. But yeah, I'm really glad I didn't have to tackle with this problem. Again, kudos to everybody that does the DIY stuff, but if you can find a pre-owned Hobie that you don't have to spend 500 bucks on it, I think it makes more sense for me at least. And yeah, if you want to save some money, you can do as I have done. You can from your wife's fish stockings and a metal coat hanger, you can make a bait net like I did. So yeah, there you go. If you have any questions about the tube, it's awesome. You should make one. Let me know. And yeah, priming issues are probably gonna be ending in on YouTube again, searching of how to fix it, but I'll try it in today and I'll give any feedback of how it works as far as priming and stuff. I'll do a follow-up video, but this is pretty much what you need to bring your fishing game to the next level, so you can keep your fish alive for longer as possible. And if you do fish actually with live bait, you should definitely either make the DIY project or just spend the 500 bucks if you can find it on sale, because it's gonna pay off in all the headaches you're gonna get from making the DIY stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Give me a like please, and if there's any questions, drop them in the comments below. Later, bye.